Hamas delegation is expected in Cairo, where they're going to give their answer about this proposed ceasefire. Now, details are still pretty vague, but broadly speaking, what the ceasefire would entail would be the release of some 40 Israeli hostages held in the Gaza Strip in exchange for hundreds of Palestinian prisoners being released by Israel, as well as a guarantee that those trapped in the southern part of the Gaza Strip could return back to their homes. All of this is coming as we're still seeing Israeli daily strikes in the Gaza Strip, killing dozens, and as there continues to be just this Israeli pressure and the broader blockade on the Gaza Strip, blocking food, water, medicine, electricity, and other aid from getting in. Now, the Israelis tonight did say that they want to try to get more aid into the Gaza Strip. They mentioned the fact that there's this floating pier that the Americans are building that's going to bring in aid that way. Some other aid will be coming in through other routes, and aid was a topic of discussion between Prime Minister Netanyahu and Joe Biden. They had held a telephone conversation that also touched on the possible release of those hostages. Now, meanwhile, all of this is going on as the Israelis have already gathered armored personnel carriers, tanks, and other weaponry just across the border in southern Israel from Rafah. Rafah is where over 1 million Palestinians now are. That's that city up against the southern border of the Gaza Strip, against the Egyptian border, where so many have fled as the northern part of the Gaza Strip has just been targeted in that Israeli offensive. Now, we have heard from some Israeli officials suggesting that if those hostages are released, that Israel may pause or put on hold that offensive, but with the ceasefire talks still kind of up in the air, it remains unclear whether or not they'll move forward with that. We've also heard from Palestinian Authority President Mahmoud Abbas. He was in Saudi Arabia, where he also suggested that the U.S. would be the only power able to convince Israel not to go forward with this offensive. I'm Jon Gambrell with the Associated Press for CGTN in Jerusalem.